Well, hi everyone. Here we are at July 4th. Can you believe that? I can't. I mean, I'm really struggling to get my head around the fact that we are at July 4th already. Good morning. I hope you're having a great morning so far. I am having an okay morning. I am in some pretty significant discomfort today. I think the physical therapy a couple of days ago hit me pretty hard last night, and so I'm struggling a little bit today. We're gonna get by though. So I wanted to do something a little differently today with this Laura Geller. I'm gonna start today with her contour color. Her contour in this palette. Before we go to add the powder, I wanted to try to see if the application of this darker color first would show up a little bit better underneath the powder foundation. So I'm going to put that on first today, the darker color. Make sure you come down to your neck too, right? Make sure you're putting your moisturizer down on your neck as well. It's really important. Okay, so let's grab this powder now and let's get it on. I just am taking it like this and swirling. Same thing here. I am not using this Kabuki brush for the blush. I am using my own brush for the blush part of this set. Somebody asked me that question yesterday. Why am I doing that? Well, since the set is actually designed for you not to have to do that, just my preference. Really, it's just all about what my preference is at this point. And I would just prefer to use my own blush brush. So now I've gone over my face a couple of times with this powder. Let's just look here. Yeah, now you can see how beautiful it actually is. And it, I don't know how I don't know how or what is in this stuff, but and when you're working with the brush here, it doesn't look like you're putting a whole lot on, but then when you get up and you look at yourself close, you can see that you have this beautiful finish. It's just, I can't figure it out. I just cannot figure it out. But anyways, okay. So we got that all on. Obviously, I'm wearing grays today, so there is not a gray in this particular set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lightest highlight. I'm going to go ahead and put it up here, since that's what we want to see, some light up in here. May have to redo that brow because I think I hit it when I was putting my under eye corrector on. So I did put my under eye corrector on. I did put my concealer on. this morning. Sorry, I keep forgetting about that mirror. I'm going to try not to do that today. Let me get out my lipstick because I am really dry with my lips. This is L'Oreal Color Riche Bronzini in 825. Love that color. It's just a beautiful, everyday sort of neutral color. So what I think I'm going to do today, since I'm wearing gray, is I'm going to use the darker color in the eyeshadow. And I'm going to put it all over my lid here. I'm sort of stippling it on, and then I'm going to just blend it out really well. And that sort of gives me it does sort of give me a taupey brown gray color. Not necessarily gray, but it is definitely a neutral taupe gray color. Definitely does, as you can see. Now, I'm not so sure that I want to do just that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up some of the blush on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to kind of go over it just to give it a little bit of dimensional color. Yeah, that looks nice. Just a little bit of dimensional change from the really darker taupey color. Now that looks pretty. And then I'm going to pick up the really bright gold eyeshadow and the highlighter, and I'm going to mix them. And I'm just going to put it right here in this corner. I want to get that really light. Yeah. Get that really, really light in the corner of my eye there. Yeah, that looks good. Now, I do need to outline, and let's see if I can get the darker color here to go even darker by adding a little bit more. A heavier application. More product, in other words. Yeah, that's looking okay. Definitely want to get that on the top as well. Okay, blush, and then we're going to come in after blush and we're going to put on our under eye lightening powder, finishing powder, to make sure that I've got a really light under eye. And this is my L'Oreal powder. working that under eye area to make sure that it's nice and bright. And up here. Okay, now let's grab our my kabuki brush, and we're gonna blend that blush in. I'm not using that the powder foundation because I don't want to add more powder to it, right? I just want to add a finishing touch, and this is a much finer powder. You can tell when you get it on the brush that it is a much finer finishing powder than the actual foundation powder in the kit. Okay. Let's see, how does this all look today? Oh, golly. You know, it's just it's just astounds me. I don't know what they've got in this kit, but man, they hit the jackpot. It's just unbelievable. Okay, I'm gonna just finish up my brows a little bit with my pencil. Fill in that area where I never seem to get. Okay. That looks good. Beautiful. Let's finish up these brows with my setting gel. This is the Benefit Bang setting gel. Comes in their 4-step packet, or I believe now you can buy these separately now. I think I saw them at Ulta the other day. And this really does grab the brows and keep the brows in place all day. All right, that all looks really good. Get a little bit more color in those lips though, I think. Gonna add a little bit of LA Colors Cocoa Shimmer. And we don't need any lip gloss. It's really moisturized really well today. And time to curl. Hope everybody has a spectacularly wonderful 4th of July weekend. I hope you all stay safe. It is one of the deadliest weekends of the year for traffic accidents, so please be careful. Do not drink and drive. It is one of the deadliest, if not the deadliest, weekends of the year in the United States for car accident fatalities. So please, please, please be very careful this weekend. Don't take any risks. It's just, life is precious, right? And you don't want to take any risks. If you're late, you're late, right? If you're late, you're late. You're better to be late than dead. That's the way I look at it. Okay, let's come in and let's start with the Milani Black blush, black mascara today. Trying to get down as close to my lash stalks as possible so I can grab that curl and lock it in. mascara might just about have had it here with this one anyways. Sorry guys, really concentrating here so I don't get it everywhere. Gonna start and gonna put a little bit down on the bottom. I will get the second coat on in a few minutes, but I do have to wait so I don't go smudgy everywhere. We are working at home this weekend for our 4th of July. We've got so much to do up in our bedroom, up in our backyard. So my husband and I are gonna spend the day getting the house together tomorrow, and then the weekend is trying to get our grandkids' bedroom put back together. And I just smudged right there, so I want to make sure to clean that. Okay. All right, let's take a look here. I may have to come back in a minute and add more outlining, but just I really want to get everything dried for right now. Get rid of this